It's almost time for our favorite event of the year, the LAVER Cup, and it promises to be bigger and better than ever before. With the Big Four all confirmed to play, it's going to be unlike anything we've ever seen before. But today we come with some bad news. Kyrgios announced that he won't be participating this time around. It'll be the first time he misses the tournament, so let's find out his reasons. First up, Kyrgios confirms he won't be playing in the LAVER Cup. Nobody can deny that this is a big blow for Team World. Nick is always an asset to any team, but he's been having an incredible year, and his team could have used him in hopes to record their first win against Team Europe. He's been with them for the last 4 editions, so it of course comes as a surprise too. But the Aussie has his priorities set. He announced on his Instagram that he won't be playing in the exhibition tournament that's scheduled for September 23rd to the 25th in London. He said that he would rather spend time at home with his family. He wrote, "Gotta have that home time with my family and beautiful girlfriend." Now it is what it is, but he'll definitely be missed in the tournament. So will Team World feel his absence? To be fair, everybody will miss his on-court antics at the LAVER Cup. Whether it's good or bad, Nick has this tendency to take over the news and shine. But will his team really miss him? Well, it's hard to say. We all know that the 27-year-old can beat pretty much anybody on his day, but his record at the tournament isn't all that great. He's played 5 singles matches, winning just 1 in all 4 editions. He's got a much better record in doubles though, winning 3 out of the 4 games he's played. So despite his excellent run to the Wimbledon final last month, the Aussie will not be returning to London in September. But the show must go on. There's no denying that Nick would have been a huge draw to the tournament, but we're sure it'll do just fine without him. It's the first time in the history of tennis that we'll be seeing Roger Federer, Rafael Nadal, Novak Djokovic, and Andy Murray on the same team. And well, that sounds more than enough. Fans are delighted to see the 4 on the same team, as it's unlikely this will ever happen again. What's more, the tournament is expected to be Federer's return to tennis after a long time, after he got injured at Wimbledon last year. Of course, fans are dying to see the Swiss maestro in action again. And we don't know about you guys, but we've been missing him like hell. He said it was no secret that he loved the event, and he was super excited to return to the O2 in one of the greatest cities in the world. So are we, Roger. Tennis just doesn't feel the same without him. So we're counting the days till he's back. Rafa will be returning to the tournament for the 3rd time, and we're all looking forward to some Fedel bromance as the two light up our screens. And he'll be appearing in the tournament for the 2nd time, and it's bound to be a great time. He said it was going to be a truly historic moment for the sport, playing with his biggest 3 rivals, and he was really excited for it to start. And Andy Murray will be joining them for the first time ever. The Brit in London, it's a match made in heaven. As of right now, these are the only 4 players on Team Europe so far. But if you ask us, that's all they need to continue their 100% win record over Team World. Nick Kyrgios or no, this event is going to be one for the history books. And if anything, it's his loss. And finally, who's on Team World? Well, they haven't got Nick. That doesn't mean that they're completely lost. In fact, Team World looks stronger than ever before. John McEnroe, the team captain, is determined to pull an upset and lead his team to a first ever win over Team Europe. And he's got quite a lineup that could pull it off. Felix Auger-Aliassime, Taylor Fritz, Diego Schwartzman, and Jack Sock are all set for the team. McEnroe commented that Felix had a standout season, and he was one of the leading players of the younger generation. He was previously part of last year's team, and his match against Matteo Berrettini was the longest match in all 4 editions of the tournament, one that he barely lost. He'll definitely add a much-needed depth to his team. Felix stated that he was excited to be returning to the Team World, and he said he was confident he could win points for his team this time around. Taylor Fritz, the American #1, will also be returning for his 2nd LAVER Cup. He was previously part of the 2019 team in Geneva, where he successfully played against Dominic Thiem, who was ranked #5 in the world at the time. He said that was one of the biggest wins of his career, and he's only gotten better since. Taylor said that he thrived in a team environment, and LAVER Cup brought out the best in him. Meanwhile, Diego Schwartzman will be returning for the 3rd time. He commented that he had great memories of playing in the tournament, and he'd formed such strong bonds with his teammates over the years. He said he couldn't wait for the tournament to start this time around. And Jack Sock, too, will be returning for the 3rd time. He mentioned that the LAVER Cup brought out the best in him, and he loved this event. He said he was hoping to bring home some points for his team. Jack holds a 7-2 win record in doubles at the tournament, so he'll be an asset to this team. With this lineup, is it possible for Team World to come out on top? We'll have to wait and see, but it's going to be a great time. Now, let's move on to some other related news. First up, Kyrgios helps a fan. Nick is back in action at the City Open, and he's already making the headlines. After winning the opening match against Marcos Giron in straight sets, the Aussie was up against Tommy Paul, and with the bounce of a ball, an elderly woman was hit in the face. Paul went up to her and asked her if she was okay as she held her face in her hands. Nick followed with his towel and handed it to the woman. Now, some would consider that the gift of a lifetime, but the old woman turned to the person next to her and asked, "What is this for?" Speaking after the game, he said that it was a cool experience to give fans gifts of memory of their interaction. He added that he wished he'd had a similar experience when he was a kid. Fans around the world applauded the 27-year-old for this gesture. Moving on, Kyrgios says it was hard to move on from the Wimbledon loss. Nick stunned the entire world when he made it to the Wimbledon final. At one point in the game, it even looked like he was going to go all the way. A few days later, he even admitted that he felt like he could have won with how he was serving that day, if he was up against anybody except Novak Djokovic. But he was up against him, and it ended in a heartbreaking loss for the Aussie. After his victory against Giron, he admitted that it took him a while to get over it. He said that ever since he picked up a racket, he was told that winning Wimbledon was the goal. It was the highest accolade you could achieve in tennis, and he was so close, he almost tasted it. He stated that it was hard for him to stomach that loss, but he also felt like he had done everything to bounce back. At the moment, Nick is looking to win his second title at the City Open. His next match will be Riley Opelka on the 4th of August. And finally, Kyrgios continues to dominate in doubles. One thing we didn't see coming this year was Nick making history in doubles. The Aussie won the Australian Open with his best friend and fellow Aussie, Thanasi Kokkinakis. The pair won again last week at the Atlanta Open. And while Thanasi didn't proceed to play in the City Open, Nick continued to win. And the two breezed through the first round in straight sets against this year's French Open champions, Marcelo Arevalo and Jean-Julien Roger. It really looks like there's no stopping Nick at the moment. He's doing it all. These two will play their second round match on the 5th of August. That's a wrap for this video. Do you guys think Team World will miss Nick Kyrgios? Let us know in the comments below. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. See you in the next one.